So what's this? We got a taster's choice moment between guys?
This is really nice. You got a thing for swans? Is this like a fetish? It's something like maybe we need to devote some time to?
Thought about what you said to me the other day about my painting.
Huh.
Stayed up half the night thinking about it. Something occurred to me. I fell into a deep, peaceful sleep and haven't thought about you since.
Hey, howdy, hey, people of the internet. Wolfman47 Dash here. Apologies for the oh, someone's going off. Apologies for the darkness in the room. It's a bit of a bleak day, the day I'm recording this whole on. So yeah. So as before, I'm going to give you a life update before I go through the quite small but still good things that I've been buying and receiving lately. So it's now been over 6 months since my sister went. We're still feeling the pain of it, but yeah, things are getting a bit better and okay. I mean, the pain will never go away, obviously, because we were so close. But yeah, speaking of her, me and my family have been working hard to get a bench installed in a park that my sister loved going to with our dog Smarty. And yesterday, my parents finally went to the park, and the bench was there. It was finally installed after so long trying to get it sorted. It took 3 months to sort it out, and now it's finally there. So we're now trying to work through making a plaque for the bench. So that's that. Also, I've been trying to do a lot of exercise lately, trying to make sure I can get rid of this weight that I have, because I know it's not really. I know I'm not exactly the fittest of people, but I do try. So yeah. And yeah, it's been an okay sort of time between vlogs and that. Yeah, I'm not trying to think if there's anything else I should say. Oh, and as you will have heard in my Lego 2K Drive video, if you've not seen it yet, I have lost one of my benefits. Yes, as someone with a disability, I do still claim benefits, and Pip decided to bow out once again. I say once again because they kind of left again, and it's not the first time, because the first time that happened I had to wait a year for tribunal to get it sorted, and now they've decided to bow out again for reasons, but I'm hoping that they'll be able to reconsider. I'm currently waiting for a mandatory reconsideration notice, and also something from the medical assessor, because apparently I had a medical assessment. I don't remember having one, so so there you go. And I'm still going to the cinema, still doing my usual stuff, still going to bingo. Everything's pretty fine at the moment. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can say. So let's talk about the stuff that I've received and or bought. So I went to Thorpe Park again a couple of weekends ago, and I once again bought some stuff. And again, I couldn't fit on some of the rides, but that's okay. I wasn't too bothered about it this time. So I got another one of these refillable cups. So there's this thing called Coca-Cola Freestyle, which is basically a sort of vending machine where you can pour a Coca-Cola product into a cup like this. So I got one of these just to do that. I should have bought them sort of first thing as I got there, but I didn't. So yeah, but it's okay. I managed to buy one towards the end of the day and just fill it up and just drank that on the way back on the coach. Now, I didn't go on the saw ride again because, again, I didn't fit, but I did buy a saw thing, which was this bottle opener, which I can put on the my fridge. Looks pretty cool. Never seen any of the Saw films. I've heard that the first one's the best one, and then the sequels just keep coming along and just get worse and worse as time goes on. I think that's the problem with most successful films. once you get one really good film that sort of has like that surprise, the suspense and everything, you want to make lots of sequels and milk it for all it's worth, that you just kind of lose the sort of suspense and surprise that the films once had. It just gets predictable. And that's unfortunately the problem with most horror films these days. They just get predictable because you know what's going to happen if it's from a successful franchise. So yeah, that's that. Now I did buy a couple of blind bags while I was there. So blind bags that are basically a pin badge of one of the rides at one of 3 theme parks. So as some of you know, Thorpe Park, Alton Towers, and Chessington are part of the Merlin Entertainment brand, which also operates the Legoland theme parks as well, and also other attractions like the Sea Life Centres, Madame Tussauds, Warwick Castle, and many others. Oh, and the dungeons, can't forget the dungeons. So, yeah. So, this pin is a ticket to Dragon's Fury, which is in Chessington. I went on that a couple of years ago with Clank Zoka, and it was quite a good ride. But the most I remember from that is just him screaming in my ear the whole time. He loves his theme. He loves his voice, bless him. Okay, so got another one, and this one contains. Oh, not sure I know this one. Tiger Rock. Not sure which theme park that's from, but there you go. So that's 2 pin badges that I got from Thorpe Park. I also got, because we were going through the sort of priority fast pass thing, I also got one of these as well, where if you just fill it in and meet the same conditions, you can go on any ride you like and not have to worry about queuing, which is great. So we were talking about my sister earlier, and one of my mum's colleagues decided to make me a cushion made of some of her materials, and this is it. So every time I miss, I can just hug it, and yeah. Now on to some Blu-rays. So first up, we have Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay. So this is part of the DC animated movie universe, which I'm planning to talk about in July sometime. It's basically it's a cinematic universe that that's consisting of feature films like this, a bunch of short films, and it's pretty much in following with the rest of the DC animated original movies line, in which you get all these different stories be told. Some are based on comic book stories, others are original stories, but overall it's all trying to connect and be part of the same universe. I've seen most of the films of that universe, including the Tomorrowverse stuff, and at the time of this feed that I'm recording this, I've yet to watch the Crisis on Infinite Earths trilogy, which I'm hoping to watch before I do the vlog. I probably won't be able to watch the 3rd part by the time I actually do the vlog, but I know that will be the last time we'll be hearing the voice of Kevin Conroy, which has been majorly advertised as this unique selling point of that film. So yeah, that'll be an emotional one, but I am looking forward to that nonetheless. So been binge watching Walking Dead again, and now that we finally have more of the spin-offs be shown here, I decided it was time to continue Fear the Walking Dead. So I got season 3 of that. For those of you not familiar with Fear the Walking Dead, it's pretty much the most original spin-off of Walking Dead in that it starts off being set just as the apocalypse is happening, and focuses on a family trying to survive and on all that. And then kind of towards season 4/season 5, I think more likely season 4, it starts to be more connected to the original show, because Morgan from that show then starts arriving, and then it's sort of set in the same time frame as the main show. So yeah, that's that. Now you might be all familiar with Doctor Who, the revival Doctor Who, but you probably won't be too familiar with the classic series. And in the last few years, the the people at the BBC have been sort of bringing back the classic series in Blu-ray form as sort of collector edition things called Doctor Who: The Collection, which combines most of the stories of one of the classic Doctors together and upscaling to HD, and with all these different bonus features that just make it possible for you want to buy it. So I've bought some of these, and I have been building a collection already. So first one is Doctor Who season 26, which stars Sylvester McCoy as the Doctor, and this contains not the most well-known stories from his time. I mean, I've never heard of these stories like Battlefield. Well, actually, no, I've heard of Battlefield. Survival I've heard of. Ghostlight and Cursed of Fenwick I haven't, but that's that. Then we've got the Conan Baker season, so season 23. And this is basically the Trial of the Time Lord story arc. So this was the first time a story arc happened in Doctor Who, because at the time the show itself was also on trial because the BBC were not sure if they wanted to continue it at the time or not. In particular because no one at the BBC were that keen on Conan Baker. Yeah, so that's that. Of course, the longest running Doctor Who, Tom Baker. So this is season 18, and contains quite a lot of stories. So Logopolis, Leisure Hive, Megalus, Full Circle, State of Decay, Warriors Gate, The Keeper of Traken, and also the pilot episode of the would-be show that would have been called K9 and Company, which was going to be a spin-off starring Sarah Jane and K9, but ultimately that didn't happen until Russell T Davies came along and made the Sarah Jane Adventures, and that just continued to know until Elizabeth Sladen passed away. So yeah. And last thing I'm going to show today is Doctor Who season 10. So John Pertwee, the father of Sean Pertwee, who you might know from Gotham. And his stories are, in this one, you've got the Three Doctors crossover, Carnival of Monsters, Frontier in Space, Planet of the Daleks, and the Green Death. All stories that I actually do know. And that's it for this vlog. So yeah, short. So yeah, not too many stuff this time, and I don't know if I'll have stuff to share in the next one because, as I said, my financial situation has changed, but we'll see. So thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please like, share, comment, and subscribe using wherever the buttons are. See you in the next one. Peace to you all, and yeah, just stay warm, stay safe in these sort of dark times that we. Dark and unpredictable times we're in, especially with the election coming up. So yeah, all right, toodles.